The Quest 3 just launched, but how do you take advantage of that extra power, better resolution, and mixed reality capabilities? Today we've got a list of every game that's been updated and or enhanced to take advantage of the Quest 3's new abilities. Plus, at the end, a list of games getting updates very soon. Let's do this. First up, let's talk the big three you've probably heard about and get those out of the way, and the first game is Red Matter 2. This is a showpiece, if there ever was one, for the Quest 3, so if you have not played this game and you want the best possible visuals on the Quest 3, Red Matter 2 will do that for you, with dynamic shadows, 4K textures, bumps and resolution in pretty much every way, lighting effects. It's incredible to see on the Quest 3. Next up is Aspire 2. This actually gets two updates for the Quest 3. First off is a resolution upgrade and atmospheric upgrades, essentially just visual updates that make the game sharper, they make it look better, add additional elements, lighting bloom, lots of different effects that make the game pop and just look way better and more immersive. But that's not the only thing that Aspire 2 is getting. Aspire 2 also gets the MR Missions update. This is a mixed reality update that brings the game into your living room or whatever room you're going to play in. Essentially, you turn your room into a training course for Aspire, where you'll do missions, whether it's sneaking around lasers or taking out guards that walk into your living room. Yes, that's what happens. It's actually a lot of fun, especially the bigger space that you have. And side note, I actually did all the voiceover for the command officer that leads you through the missions, and it was a blast, so I hope you enjoy it. The last of the big three that you've probably heard of is The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. You've seen these videos a lot, so I'm not going to belabor the point, but this has a massive update. This actually isn't out quite yet, but it will be coming out soon. It adds a resolution bump along with sharpness, takes away that atmospheric fog, adds more zombies, more foliage, overall just a lot more lighting and shadow effects, all these different things to make the game even better on mobile VR. Now we're moving on to some new games that have not been mentioned before. Let's mention Death Horizon Reloaded. This game has been updated quite a few times, both from a content perspective and for weapons, and now it has a massive bump for Quest 3. This game has been around since the Quest 1, and we've seen updates since then, and this seems to be the best update yet. If you like zombie games, then Death Horizon Reloaded has a unique and fun story, and it's got a chainsaw now, which is pretty awesome. Next up, Dungeons of Eternity. This is a fantastic new game that is so fun to play in co-op, and now it has updates that add bloom, much sharper textures, and higher resolution. It'll blow your mind. There's actually a switch in the menu you have to turn on. So if you go into the menu system and you turn it on, you'll see the massive difference. It's staggering how big of a difference the sharpness makes. Such a fun game. Let's mention a mixed reality game. Broken Edge gets mixed reality. Broken Edge has a brand new update that brings the sword fighting to your physical space. This creates a rift in your space and brings the fighter to you and allows you to fight against them in the real world. I played quite a bit of this. My son played it. He really likes it. I think it's a lot of fun to play. It's just a cool way to play an already cool game. So if you want to do some sword fighting in mixed reality, I recommend checking out Broken Edge's new mixed reality update. The next update on this list is Into the Radius. Into the Radius got a pretty significant upgrade as well for Quest 3, adding in, again, resolution upgrades, higher resolution textures. It's just, you can see here on screen the difference that this makes, and even in a game like Into the Radius. It just takes that quality and bumps it up to another level entirely. Feels like playing a new game when you play a lot of these games, and it's fantastic. Speaking of new games, let's mention one new game that is out right now, and that is Piano Vision. Now, this might seem like an odd game to mention, but this is actually a lot of fun. This is a new game that's out. It's actually more of a learning tool. It's a mixed reality experience, or you can turn it on into VR that uses hand tracking to teach you to play the piano. It's really cool, and with mixed reality and using a physical keyboard, which you can actually connect through Wi-Fi or other means to this application, you can actually play real songs that are played in like a rhythm game kind of fashion where the notes come towards you on a real keyboard or on a virtual one on your desk. It's really cool. I very much enjoy it. Another update. Guardians Frontline. I've talked about this one before, but I actually had the chance to jump in the other day and play it, and it's a pretty significant upgrade when it comes to like the resolution and the sharpness. There's some extra foliage and lighting effects on the gun and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's not the most popping update that I've seen, but it definitely does make the game better, even if it's not the most visually stunning thing in the whole world. Let's talk about another mixed reality update that's kind of unique, and that's Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is kind of an older game, but it's a lot of fun. Essentially, one person in the headset has to try to defuse a bomb while the two outside the headset talk to them using a manual to help them defuse the bomb. Talking back and forth, communicating. Well, this mixed reality update doesn't actually change the gameplay itself, but it does change the lobby. So essentially, what happens is you choose a mission while you're seeing your friends, and when you're in the lobby mission selection area, you're in mixed reality, so you can actually see people, and then as soon as you enter a mission, it brings you into the mission, and you have to communicate back and forth without seeing those people in mixed reality. It's a cool little element that is unique, great for parties, I think, allows it to be able to be a little more connected, even with the headset on, until it's time for bomb defusal. It's kind of a cool update, actually. And another update, let's talk Pistol Whip. Pistol Whip got pretty significant update when it comes to things like resolution and frame rate. Some of these are getting frame rate updates, by the way, to 90 hertz that have only been 72 previously, or to 120 hertz, some of them, because that's an experimental feature on Quest 3, 120 hertz, and some of these games are getting updates to that. But Pistol Whip gets an update, I believe, to solid 90 frames per second for the gameplay, plus resolution bump. It's just a lot of these games are mostly getting resolution bumps and texture bumps and just making the game overall look better, and it's pretty staggering how much better it can actually look. Even games like Dism is getting updates. This game got an update for world size, and it doubled the resolution when compared to the Quest 2. Yes, double the resolution, and the world size has increased. So you actually have bigger worlds now, which is a cool update and just something that makes the game much better and bigger. Then you've got games like Synth Riders. They're adding mixed reality modes, or actually, honestly, I believe, have added some sharpening. They've got to have, because I jumped into the game. I didn't see the mixed reality yet. I'm not sure if it's actually out yet. I couldn't tell as of yet. Maybe it is, but it looked fantastic. Like, if they are not doing upgrades to like the resolution and stuff, the Quest 3 is just doing that on its own with its pancake lenses, but I've played Synth Riders in the Quest Pro with the pancake lenses. This looked even far superior to that. So anyways, Synth Riders has a mixed reality update that looks really cool that I haven't had a chance to play. I really like Synth Riders. Another game on the list that's got a mixed reality update. PopulationOne also got a pretty significant update, which now runs at 90 frames per second, has a 44% larger eye buffer for high-resolution graphics, and a 200% increased LOD distance for better resolution assets on the Battle Royale maps. They specifically said texture and detail pop like never before, and you can see the difference in quality in this single image is pretty staggering. Also, Drop Dead, the original, and Drop Dead the Cabin both got some updates. You can see here the original looks like a totally different game for Drop Dead, and then Drop Dead 2 got updates as well with visual resolution updates and clarity and all of that fun stuff, just like a lot of these other games. Plus, they do have a mixed reality game, The Cabin Home Invasion, coming out later on this month as well. Smash Drums also saw a significant upgrade in visuals as well, and they have a mixed reality mode. Smash Drums is a great rhythm drumming game. If you enjoy that type of game, you'll enjoy this for sure. The mixed reality is really cool on Quest 3, and the resolution bump and upgrades are really awesome as well. Mothership Forge, a game that I actually have not played, has an update that brings better resolution. It's a common theme. Most of what you're going to see is better visuals, higher quality textures, better resolution. You're going to see some lighting effects here and there, bloom, stuff like that. Most of what's being released is going to be the resolution bumps, texture bumps, 4K textures and stuff like that. That's what you're going to get in games specifically like Mothership Forge. Or games like Zenith or Zenith. That game has an update as well for Quest 3 that brings additional foliage, higher quality textures. The pop-in is supposed to be less, I believe, and farther field of view. And you can see farther away. It's just another quality of life feeling update that just makes the game that much more immersive on Quest 3. And that's what most of these are, which is perfectly fine by me to start off with, and I really love that they're doing that to a lot of these games. Another brand new game that came out is called BAM, B-A-M. This is a fantastic kind of almost Smash Bros. Style brawler. This is a brawling game that you fight against either online opponents or in person. It's actually really fun if you have people that you know with a Quest 3, and you can in-person fight against them sitting around a table because it's like a tabletop arena. It's a blast. I really enjoy this game. I highly recommend playing it with some friends if you can find them. It's just so cool. Cleansheet also saw an update, or maybe it launched for Quest 3. I don't know. I know I've seen this before, but I believe we got an update. This is a soccer or European football style game. The update has brought things like additional opponents to block from, better resolution, just an overall uptick in the game itself. This is a game and kind of a learning tool from what I can see. I've never tried it before, but this has seen an update for the Quest 3 as well. Cybrix launched officially on the Quest store. Cybrix is a racket-style game, and you can play it in mixed reality on the Quest 3. I believe you can actually play mixed reality on other platforms as well. But obviously, the Quest 3 is going to be the ultimate platform to do that in. You can play against friends or solo, and it's a racket game. There's a campaign with 50 levels, an endless mode, multiplayer. Pretty cool stuff, really, and you can play it all in mixed reality. Knockout League, another game with a mixed reality update. This game has an update that allows you to fight the fighters in mixed reality in your room. This is a cartoony kind of arcade action punching game, kind of like Punch-Out, I guess. It's much less about realistic fighting and more about arcadey combat. And it's pretty cool. It's got some unique enemies, and now you can fight them in mixed reality, which at least you won't be punching people as they walk by while you're trying to fight them. Even games like Vermillion Painting are getting an update, where the resolution increase is insane, and it looks way better on the Quest 3. The paintings look... you can see every brushstroke. Let me put it that way. It's insane. Plus, it has a mixed reality mode, which allows you to paint in your room instead of in a virtual environment, which is really cool. So if you like painting, I recommend checking out Vermillion. I've played it just to relax and paint, and it's actually really, really cool. Another game with an update is O-Shape. This rhythm dancing style game has an update for mixed reality as well. A lot of these games I haven't had the chance to try, but they look kind of cool. And in mixed reality, I really want to try them. My wife loves mixed reality now, so maybe I'll just have her try them and see what she thinks about them. Speaking of working out, Lilis Body Combat, is how you say that? That has a mixed reality update as well. A lot of these are mixed reality updates. And I think that that's all of the current updates that are out for Quest 3. If I missed your update and you told me about it, or you didn't get a chance to tell me, please let me know. I apologize. I will do another list video soon with more games for those of you that want to know, and for the developers that didn't get the chance to have their game talked about. Now, coming soon, there's actually some big games getting updates, including games like the Light Brigade. I love the Light Brigade. It's a fantastic roguelite game. So much fun, very unique. It's already seen some really cool updates for Quest Pro, and now Quest 3 is getting updates for that as well. Blade and Sorcery Nomad is getting updates, which should be great because a lot of people really enjoy that game. One game I'm excited to check out is Bone Lab. I really enjoy Bone Lab on Quest, and having upgrades for it for Quest 3. Hopefully there'll be some interesting updates like visuals and maybe some other stuff as well. Golf Plus is one game I'm 100% looking forward to actually checking out when the update comes out. It looks fantastic. Then you've got The Wizards, which is coming out as well as an update. Resist, I've played. I don't know if the update's public or not. It says it's coming out on the 12th. When I looked, it was up. It was out for me. Maybe it's just because I got early access, but Resist has a very significant upgrade as well coming, either out now or on the 12th. And then Samba de Amigo, a virtual party, is a brand new game launching on the 12th. That is so much fun. I've played that game. That is so cool. If you like that game, or you have any indication you might like it, try it. Trust me, it's really cool, and that actually is a new game and has a mixed reality update as well. Well, there you go. A long list of games with updates, visual, mixed reality, or otherwise. If I missed any, please put them in the comments so people can find them. Whether it's an upgrade, a mixed reality update, whatever. If you're a developer, put it down below. If you're a fan that's playing a game you really like, put it down below. I'll continue to do these types of lists to keep you up to date with all the games that get new Quest 3 updates for content or for visuals, because I want to know too. Thank you so much for watching, though. Subscribe to keep up to date on all things Quest, and happy questing.